Welcome, beautiful souls. This reading is why did you incarnate and where did your soul come from? Pile 1 is the selenite sphere. Pile 2 is the selenite and chakras together. And pile 3 is the selenite knife. Allow yourself to be intuitively guided, and the timestamps are in the description down below. Let's get started for pile 1. We're using 3 different decks today. For starters, for pile 1, your crystal is the selenite sphere or ball. Selenite is a cleansing and grounding crystal. There's no edges, so it's completely smooth. Your soul incarnated to really cleanse out a collective energy. What I'm seeing is the ball is, or the sphere is a bowling ball, and the pins are people, but it's also situations and karma and generational wounds that you're just going boop and knocking it all down. I feel like you are definitely a life changer. You're going to experience so many different lifetimes just in this one body. Why did you incarnate? Your soul came here to experience all of the lessons that Earth has to offer. Earth is like a school for souls. You come here to learn and grow. You didn't come here to stay the exact same from before you even had the experience. We have beyond the ordinary, great and full, body and soul, and divine matrix. There's a lot of emphasis on the physical body. I feel like you came here to experience extreme highs and extreme lows, the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. You may have bipolar disorder. This is not a diagnosis. Just feel like you are extremely sensitive, but I feel like physically you're so beautiful and you go through extreme emotions, but you're not supposed to be suppressing them. And that's why you came here, is to experience the emotions in full. I feel like your emotions are your roadmap to what will make you the happiest long term and the most satisfied. Now, you can't be happy 24/7. You can't be sad 24/7. You can't be one emotion 24/7. You're constantly going to be going through a bunch of different emotions as you experience life. There's also so many 4s and 5s. It's the only numbers on there. 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5. Immediately with 4s, that is foundation. So you're coming here to really build yourself a life that you are fulfilled in. You're not meant to come here and work a 9 to 5 behind a desk in a cubicle and never go outside, stay in the office 24/7 and just be this traditional worker. You're meant to come in and change the dynamic. You are paving your own path to success and fulfillment, and there are a few different others who are in the same field as you, but I feel like it's not as wide and well known. You're also here to question everything, question all of the rules, question what people tell you, question how people work and what they do throughout their life. You're also here to help people connect with their own soul, their own intuition, because once we come into this lifetime and we start over as a baby, as an infant, we don't remember any of our lifetimes previously. We don't remember why we incarnated or why we were here. We get a complete and clean slate. Now, there are situations where that child remembers past lives and just spectacular things happen with that, but it's more of a in due time sort of thing where if everyone remembered their past lives and their soul purpose and why they incarnated immediately, a lot of people would think you're crazy. You would just have so much going on, and you start at a baby level so you can go through your own brand new experiences. You are here to help people connect with the best and highest version of themselves and to bring it back to self. Also, with 5 and 5 equals 10, you're here to cause a lot of change, death, and rebirth. You're ending a lot of cycles and you're starting a lot of brand new, healthier versions and different options. Also, if you add up all of the 4s, you get 16, and then you add the 6 and the 1 and you get 7. 7 is really the preparation stage. It's where you're getting all of these ideas and You're also getting started to start a brand new journey before you start manifesting. We have sacred geometry of the soul, Sandalphon, and perpetual motion. Immediately, what I'm getting is energy healing. Using your hands to express yourself fully and in a creative flow. So whether this is creating something, this is actually doing tarot and oracle readings, it's making food, it's writing, drawing, really just using your hands to create art and to make this creation that wasn't in the physical already. It came from within and you just expressed it out. You are an earth angel. You're here to spread love and light and to just help clear up so much of the environmental darkness that kind of just hangs over the world. You're also meant to be working with the universe and your angels, your spirit guides, connecting and being that physical medium between the spiritual world and the material 3D, just going through different dimensions and connecting with higher realms and getting the spiritual messages, channeling all of the guidance, inspiration, and the clarity to help other people with their own life, their own problems and experiences, and really just bring it back to self. We're gonna finish up with why did you incarnate, and then we're gonna go to where did your soul come from. So finishing up with why your soul incarnated, we have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest, I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting, and you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. You came here with a soul sister and a soul family. You had this group. Now, this may be your physical blood family, but I'm also getting it's people who you meet in this lifetime who you feel like you've already known. You just connect with them on a soul level. It's so easy. You feel seen, you feel heard, you feel loved and accepted. Also, with the water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest, you're here to experience all of the pleasure that you can and redefine pleasure and sensuality. You're supposed to be getting in touch with your body and really experiencing all that this physical body can bring while loving yourself and taking care of yourself, because it's really a two-way street, almost two-way pathway and a two-way connection between your physical body and, well, I guess your soul, but your self-control of what you choose to put in your body, what you choose to do throughout your day, what directions you choose to go down, the choices that you decide on a daily basis. Then with I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting, this kind of just confirms that you're coming here to clean up ancestral karma and wounds, trauma, generational trauma that has been plaguing your family lineage, but also diving into yourself and really uprooting your own trauma, but it all stems from somewhere else, and really just taking a look at it, getting help with this stuff, reaching outside of yourself for support and connection. Also, with this I'm sorry card, you're definitely not going to be staying single your entire life. There's one connection that I feel like if you're not consciously looking, you are soulfully aware of. It's just this connection that will bring in so much fulfillment, growth, joy, and love. And it's exactly what you're looking for. Do not settle for less. Otherwise, it will just prevent this connection from coming in. But this person will put in so much effort. They will make you feel loved. You won't have to ask for the bare minimum. They are looking to meet your needs. Where did your soul come from? We have I Remember, Soul Plan, The Fated Life versus The Destiny Life, Double Mission, Lightworker Starseed, Serve the World by Being You, Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestors, Seed the Light by Staying Grounded, number 2, Alpha Centurions, Foresight, Planning, Strategy, which definitely connects with the air element, philosophy, discrimination, and empathy. Then we have Anunnaki, Controlling, Drama, Conflict of Interest. So your soul may have had lifetimes in Egypt. This is definitely not your first lifetime. I don't want this to sound like far-fetched, but you have been wind before. You have been the air, because energy doesn't die, it just transmute. Now, when your soul became a physical body, it did advance a lot, but with the wind, I feel like you learned so much about flow, change, and transition. You may feel like an adventurer. You want to explore and get out into the world. You may have also been in the ocean before in a past life. I'm getting that you could have been a mermaid or siren in a different planet, and that's just one of the lifetimes, but you may feel called to water and drawn to the ocean. I mean, we're all over like 70% water, so you are mainly water, but I feel like you just have a very special connection with water. When you incarnated, you did have a soul plan, like how they mentioned in the I Remember. You are destined to meet specific people and go through specific experiences, but I'm getting it's kind of like a Mad Libs story where there's an outline, but there's a lot of blank spaces, and that's where free will comes in. You get to fill it in, and each line is a journey, and that is your path. You get to fill it in, kind of like coloring in a coloring sheet. There's an outline, but you make it your own colors and your own design. Don't actually focus too much on where you have been in the past, but focus more on discovering yourself and being as authentic as possible. You may want to work with the Akashic Records, and the Akashic Records is basically this big library that has all of the soul information for the past, present, and future. You may find it easy to tap into the Akashic Records with meditation and visualizations, but it's important to not get too caught up in the spiritual realms and really stay grounded. Like it says here, see the light by staying grounded and being present in your body, not being so into your mind, but really grounding yourself from your toes all the way up and healing yourself, because your body is designed to heal and light is healing as well. So working with energy is a big part of your journey and lifetime. That's gonna end pile 1. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped. Let me know how it resonated. Definitely stop by piles 2 and 3 if you feel called. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I post. And I will see you next time. Have a great day. Welcome pile 2. This is why did you incarnate and where did your soul come from? Your intuitive crystal is the selenite wand with a crystal for each chakra. So whether you currently work with the chakras or you will in the future, you've really come here to connect with your body's energy field as well as to heal and to remain balanced. I feel like there's so much importance on the self for this lifetime and cleansing your own energy. The first pile, it was kind of one at a time, but for your pile, it's kind of all at once. I'm getting a lot of Gemini energy. You may have a lot of information about a bunch of different things, but not focus on one thing. You could get bored. I'm also getting Aries, a lot of fire and air. You could get bored easily. You could also have ADHD, where you are not meant to be stuck in one place. So whether that is mentally or physically, you may end up traveling a lot around the world just throughout your lifetime. I feel like you're also going to be traveling a lot through your own self, really discovering who you are on a soul level, hence why you're here, but also just coming to terms with your skills and the way that you work completely. I'm really getting you have a lot of information and you kind of just want to lay it all out on the table and get a big picture viewpoint. I'm also getting Virgo energy as well. Why did you incarnate? We have the royal you, the uncharted sea. It is what it is. feeling the world, infinity, the cosmic heart, spiritual rebirth, crown chakra, star brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust, fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites extremes of life, your life as a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. You may be guided to pile 1 because I feel like there's a lot of similar energy to this, in the sense of you may be an empath, but you definitely experience a lot of high and lows. It's really the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. I feel like there's a huge scale, like a seesaw of your emotions. I feel like diving into your subconscious and your unconscious is definitely a big role of this lifetime for yourself. I also feel like you are meant to sprout and bud into this beautiful, authentic version of yourself in this lifetime, and you came here so other people can experience your light. I also feel like you are going to go through so much turmoil and stress, and you already have gone through so much, but with it is what it is. That even may be like your motto, it is what it is, but I feel like that's a good way to view life, in the sense of what's going to happen is going to happen, so don't even try to change it or force something to happen, because what's meant to be will be. I feel like with that mindset, you're able to surrender a lot of control as well as a lot of stress and worries. I also feel like you came here to find your self-worth and learn how to help other people through your own experiences, because we can only talk from experience. If you have never been to the Caribbeans, or you've never been out of the country, or you've never been to a certain place or gone through something, you can't honestly and genuinely speak about it. It's like trying to sell something that you don't like and you don't use. No one's gonna believe you, and your sales are gonna be so much less because you're not speaking from experience. You're speaking from conditioning and what you were trained to do, like a dog. I feel like you have so many opinions, and expressing yourself is so important. Also, dance. Really get in touch with your body. I feel like it's important that you ground yourself in your body, and dancing is one of the best ways to do it. With the infinity, I feel like what you actually want to bring into the physical reality is really out there, but it's definitely possible. I feel like miracles happen 24/7, and the fact that we're on a floating rock and being held down by gravity, and like just the world is so magnificent and it's full of a lot of wonderful things. Taking a look at the truth of what's outside and understanding that you are manifesting everything based on your thoughts and your words and your actions, as well as your beliefs and expectations. Going through a spiritual awakening and becoming more conscious and aware, and just waking up into your everyday life, actually living your life and not constantly escaping it, living your life to the fullest and using your time wisely. You touch so many people's hearts through your soul and through your own heart. I feel like because you feel so deeply, you can easily connect with anyone, even plants, but especially animals and children and babies. With the crown chakra, I feel like you may be a psychic medium, or you just have a really strong intuition when it comes to what you see and what you hear. I feel like as a kid, you spent so much time with your head in the clouds and you daydreamed a lot. I feel like your imagination is really wonderful, but also I feel like your knowledge is extremely powerful. I feel like you're just incredibly smart and intelligent. I also feel like you're here to help other people feel safe, and you're here to help heal other people simply by just being yourself and by existing. I feel like a big part of your journey is to kind of just go with the flow of life. Don't plan too far ahead, with your life being almost like a Mad Lib story and there's an outline. I'm pretty sure I said this with your reading and not the first one, but there's an outline like a Mad Lib story, and then each line is your journey and you're able to fill it in as you go just by your decisions, your choices, but really surrendering and going with the flow of life, allowing life to happen as it is and not as you're imagining it to be. Getting out of your head and into the present, the physical life. I feel like you really had so much control and power with how this lifetime is going to plan out, but it's really all about the free will. I feel like there's only a handful of things that are destined to happen and that will happen no matter what, but the rest of it is 100% up to you and what you want to do, and there's so much freedom to that. Where's your soul from? We have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life, third eye, visions, manifesting, meditation, grays, short, timid, misunderstood, and shy, blue, avions, philosophy, releasing karma, and mysticism. We have golden ratio, beauty, nature, patterns, and mantis beings, enigma, elusive, and sensitive. So you could actually look like the short grays with just having a smaller body, or you could have actually lived with the short grays, the blue avions, and the mantis beings. But I feel like a lot of this, it has to deal with your actual soul and who you are instead of where it originated. I feel like you could have a lot of shy energy with the grays, with timid, misunderstood, and shy. You may feel more comfortable just keeping to yourself, but you are here to kind of break out of that comfort zone and to meet a lot of people and just energetically touch so many people in this world. With the philosophy, releasing karma, and mysticism, I'm getting psychology. You may like to dive into how people function and want to understand how the brain works, how people think, consciousness, but also more with the first pile, but also with yours, is coming here to release generational karma, wounds, and trauma. Numerology might be really important for you, and looking into your life path number as well could help you a lot. I feel like you will end up hitting rock bottom so many times this month and this year, but so many times this lifetime, so you can build yourself up and become so strong. You have a warrior spirit, and just the inner strength that you have is incredibly admirable. You don't give up, and the fact that you're still here shows it all. I feel like you've always seen your sensitivity and your emotions as a struggle and as a curse, but it's really a gift and a blessing. If someone didn't have emotions and they didn't have empathy and they couldn't feel, they would be this emotionless zombie who doesn't even get to experience joy. And sadness is a part of life, pain is a part of life, and that pain helps you grow. It helps you appreciate the good, and it also gives you so much wisdom, and it can help other people in that same experience. Meditation is really important for you as well, just grounding yourself and allowing the messages to just come through instead of forcing it. And when you are surrounded by chaos mentally, then it's a lot harder to think and decide than if you were in stillness and quiet, and it's just so much easier to get in touch with your soul in that way. That's gonna end pile 2. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know how this resonated. Definitely stop by pile 1 and 3 if you feel called to. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I post, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Welcome pile 3. You chose the selenite knight. With this, I'm getting you're cleansing a lot of pain and trauma, so very similar to piles 1 and 2, but I feel like with you, it's kind of like a cut the bullshit. You would rather have a difficult truth than a pretty lie, and I feel like you've come here to truly awaken early in life and to really challenge the societal norms. You may be into politics or want to get into politics, just fight with authority and really challenge authority. Why did your soul incarnate? If you feel called to stop by pile 1 and 2, definitely do that. I feel like there are messages for you in those piles as well. But as for pile 3, we have a merry motive, bearing fruit, the land between, seeing beyond, and a higher view. Immediately, I feel like you are meant to be a parent. It's very strange that message came through, but I feel like if you are questioning whether to be a parent or not, you are meant to be when you're ready and not prematurely. You would be such an amazing parent, and your soul came here so you can grow in the family and you can learn from your own family the do's and don'ts of being a human being. I also feel like you came here for a very specific purpose. You had more of a set outline with your soul contract of why you came here. You're the bridge between the spiritual and the physical, especially with seeing beyond and a higher view. I feel like you're definitely supposed to be working in a spiritual field, whether that's doing readings, it's doing past life regression, it's doing hypnotism or energy healing, but I feel like you just have a completely different perspective than what a lot of other people do, and you're able to help heal a lot of people. We have cosmic knowledge, earth grounding, third eye chakra, and journey to the cosmos of the soul. You have a soul tribe that's here that mirrors your soul. When you are completely in alignment with yourself and you're completely living your authentic life, you're drawing in the same exact energy and you're connecting with people on a soul level. I see you as someone who kind of creates their own community and is a trendsetter. You are doing things that are cool in the future, and other people are like, oh yeah, and they don't see it as a big deal at first, but then eventually it starts to become even more popular, and then you're like, I already did that, like I started that. And I feel like you're not so worried about what other people are doing as much as what you're doing. I feel like you are incredibly focused on your own path, period, as you should be. But I also feel like you are so good at connecting with source and with the universe and Mother Gaia. I feel like especially when you're outside, the information just comes and it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And it's just so easy. You might actually write a book about it in the future. And with the third eye chakra, I feel like you have so many visions and dreams, and your imagination is so just strong and wild. And I feel like your imagination is basically a gold mine, and just diving into it and allowing yourself to express yourself creatively is going to bring you so much satisfaction and fulfillment. And that's why you did incarnate in this lifetime. I feel like this looks like the Kundalini energy. Yoga may be really important for you, and connecting with your breath, working on breath work, but also during your dreams, using your dreams to get guidance and to travel and to meet people and to heal and to process a lot of things that you go through in this lifetime. That's a big part of your life, is dream work. We have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven, and trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Wow, I feel like all three of them are like so connected. You are coming here to basically create this conscious and collective awakening and change. I feel like you are coming here to help people connect with themselves and to bring themselves back home to their body and to their own inner knowledge. When you came and when you first incarnated, everything is so external. Everything is conditioned to really look out of yourself in order to get the messages and the guidance, but that's not what it's actually supposed to be. And I feel like you feel that your life is so limited, so you feel like you're running out of time and you're kind of in a rush. But slow down. Like it said, keep holding the vision. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. And you're not gonna get a sweater with one thread, in the sense of you're not gonna go like just sew it once and then you have a full-on sweater. You need to spend the time and the energy and the consistency. If you want something out of life, you need to be consistent with it. You can't do it once and expect grand results. You can't go to the gym one time and expect to have your dream body and to be completely healthy. You can't eat one salad and surround it with junk and sugar and expect your health to improve. Things are not that easy, and if they are, then you might not want them because I feel like it's kind of unrealistic. Where did your soul come from? We have Star Family, you're part of a team of souls, call and support, weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry, earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature, Merkaba, movement, long distance travel, excitement, Agarthans, manifesting, multi-dimensional perception and attunement, and lastly, we have flower of life, inspiration, all and dreams. So I don't know if I said in this pile or in pile 1 or 2, but you did come in here with a specific set of souls who are the soul family, and whether you've met a few of them already or you're destined to meet them still, you could have met 1 or 2 of them, but you're not alone, and there are a group of souls who will recognize you in a really deep way and who will just make you feel so seen, loved, and accepted. You're here to detach from other people and to really set the line between where you end and someone begins. Let go of things that are not yours, and working with water is really important, just whether it's in a hot tub or swimming, going in the ocean, living by water, getting showers and baths every day. But really working with water is super crucial for you this lifetime, especially with the earth pulsing. Not so much where your soul came from. I feel like it definitely did travel a little far just to get here, but really connecting with your own mother, both internally, externally, and with Mother Gaia, understanding that Mother Gaia provides you life, and without her, you wouldn't exist. There would be nowhere to go, and understanding and appreciating the beauty that life has to offer. I feel like your soul could astral travel and travel through the different dimensions and meditations and while dreaming. I'm also getting Mantaka with this card, with both of them, but mainly with this one. You could have actually lived here before with the dinosaurs, so whether you were also a dinosaur or if you were some sort of animal, but this is definitely not your first or even 5th lifetime. I feel like you've been coming here for so long that home is almost like your real, or that earth is almost like your real home. So with the flower of life, this is the first like definite answer that I've gotten out of the past 3 readings for where your soul came from. With this, I'm seeing it as source energy is just a huge ball of light, and you're one small part of that, like these dots. Each one of these dots are a soul, and there's this beautiful consciousness of life and energy and just small little dots. It's like a drop of water inside the entire ocean. You can't pick each drop apart. They can travel and they can go on their own way, but you're not going to be able to bottle up the entire ocean, and that is because source energy is infinite. It is everything. That's going to end the reading here. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know how this resonates. Definitely check out piles 1 and 2 if you feel called to it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time, and have a great day.